Good morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, yesterday certainly was a day that really hurt Florida with this Hurricane Ian that moved across parts of Bonita Springs and Fort Myers and into central part of Florida. And my prayers and wishes goes out to all those people that were hurt by this, and hopefully they can recover from this over time. I think the weather markets continue to be extreme. We're still dry in the southern plains. We'll see some dryness in the Midwest that'll advance harvest. We're back to seeing wet weather in Europe. It's wet weather in Russia. It's dry in Argentina. And it's dry in central China. Overnight, grain prices were higher. I think the market is trying to add a little bit of risk premium in the marketplace. Got the dollar higher, stock market lower, crude's higher, and a lot of the metals and softs are mixed. Soybeans found support in the November at $14 as we go into export sales today and tomorrow's month-end, quarter-end, and USDA report. Historically, there's been quite a active trade when the numbers come out, maybe as much as up 30 or down 30 cents, depending upon where the USDA comes out with the number versus the average trade guess. And when you look at some of the basis levels, you kind of see that the market is vulnerable for a big move one way or the other tomorrow. Some people think that the soybean market needs to go down because of slow export demand from China. Talk about bigger crops in South America. We continue to see meal prices drop. Soybean oil futures are down because of lower palm oil prices, and got the board crush also quite a bit lower than its peak. Over in the corn, it's all about the export corridor, and can Ukraine continue to ship corn? They continue to be the lowest price seller, but and that's hurting our U.S. export demand. Yesterday's ethanol production was down 6%, and again, we see some extreme volatility tomorrow based on what the USDA says as far as SEP 1 corn stocks. With the basis where there is right now, you would have to think the stocks numbers could come out below the average trade guess. But there's also a drop in the river water levels, which could back up grain into the domestic market and weigh on the basis. Wheat markets, again, all about the export corridor and whether or not wheat can come out of the Black Sea. Could be more Russian sanctions because of the annex of the 4 Ukraine states, and that might jeopardize some of the wheat out of Russia, which they have a record crop. So again, we'll see what export sales say. We'll look at tomorrow's USDA numbers and just kind of figure out what the money flow is with the outside markets extremely volatile.